Before I begin today's video, I would like to let you know there are 2 stories in today's upload. I will title them both at the beginning of each one so you will not be confused. I appreciate all the support so far, appreciate all the likes, I appreciate all the shares. Once again, if you could please spam the like button and copy the share link down below. It helps a lot. I really appreciate your help on this path to becoming one of the top creepypasta/horror content creators. Once again, big plans are in mind for the future, so if you like anything horror, short story, or creepypasta related, like, subscribe, and please turn the bell on, because I upload consistently and I also live stream on here and Twitch. Links will be in the bio for all that stuff. Thank you so much for all your support. Let's get on to today's stories. Our first story this evening is The Unopenable Wooden Box, written by David Maloney. It seemed like just an ordinary box. The wood was old and weathered. The fastenings were heavy brass, and the lid was inlaid with an ornate silver symbol. My father willed it to me after the state executed him for murder. He left no explanation or instructions, only the small, mysterious wooden box. At first, I considered tossing it into the river. The last thing I wanted was a reminder of the man that had abandoned his son in favor of a life of violence. But, being the weak-willed person that I am, my curiosity soon overwhelmed me, and I could stand the mystery of the box no longer. Opening the box, however, was easier said than done. Attempts to pry open the latches with my hands yielded only abraded fingers and broken nails. Screwdrivers were snapped, hammers were shattered, and drill motors were burnt out, yet the contents of the box remained out of reach, encased in a wooden tomb determined not to yield its secrets. Eventually, I gave up, doing what I've always done when I can't get what I want. I told myself that whatever was inside was not worth the effort, and did my best to forget about it. But the box would not allow me to forget so easily, and one night, while I was sleeping, it opened of its own accord. I awoke to an eerie silver luminescence that filled my bedroom, and a deep sense of pervasive cold that chilled the surroundings to absolute stillness. As I sat up in my bed, I was overwhelmed by a sense of unfamiliarity, as if I had been transported somewhere that looked very much like my bedroom, but was home to someone, or something else. The silver light was emanating from beneath my closet door, lending a sense of unreality to everything that bathed in its pallid sheen, casting odd shadows that seemed to creep and move in the corner of my eye. I could feel myself standing up, though I had not wilted myself to do so, and slowly, quietly, I crept towards the closet. My fingertips brushed the knob, recoiling for a moment from the penetrating cold. Then, resolutely, firmly, I grasped it, pulling the door open to reveal the box. The hinges had sprung open wide. The light spilling forth was piercing and intense. My eyes filled up with the light and felt as if they would soon burst, yet I could not tear them away. I could feel myself falling, slowly forward into an abyss of silver light that enveloped my horizon and became my entire being. Just before it swallowed me, the box snapped shut, and I found myself on the floor, my sweat-drenched cheek pressed tight against the cold, rough wood of the box. I pushed myself back to my feet. The eerie silver light was gone, and my room seemed once again my own. Yet something was still not right. The cheek that had touched the box was throbbing with a burning pain. I wandered into the bathroom and flipped on the light, gasping at my grotesque reflection. The symbol on the top of the box was burned into my cheek. I reached up to touch it, but as I did so, it faded. But the brand was not the only souvenir the box had left me with. I can feel a presence in me, an unwelcome guest inside my mind. I find myself missing time, awaking in strange locales with blood splattered on my clothing. But that is not what worries me the most. What worries me the most is the call I received from my lawyer yesterday, asking for clarification on the amendment I had made to my will. He wondered why the only thing I wanted to leave my son when I died was an unopenable wooden box. Our next story for this evening is The Sound of Silence, written by Leo Perez. The road had been covered in a dense fog. Denise decided to rent a room for the night, seeing as she had parked near an unfamiliar hotel. She got out of her car, looking around for any signs of an entrance within the gray haze. A small light broke through the fog to reveal a glass door leading into the hotel lobby. An aged man behind the counter looked at Denise with an exhausted expression. "Can I help you, miss?" he asked in a fatigued voice. Denise came forward and asked for a room. After the exchange, she was given a key. She headed to the room and locked the door behind her. She sat down for a moment, talking to a partner who had always listened to her. He was always there, from her disastrous divorce to her parents' death. No one understood her quite like he did. He made her feel safe, always protecting her from the cruelty of the outside world. She left it all behind with him on her side. He never judged her. He never let her down. Denise felt complete when she first held him. A woman who had always traversed life on a single path. When she held him, she felt a power that only he could provide. Denise took out a wine bottle, sipping on it with a tearful satisfaction as the stereo vibrated with her favorite music. The night was still enough for her thoughts to come racing through all at once. She recalled the old saying, "Your mind can be your own worst enemy." Her imagination ran rampant with different possibilities. What could have been, how things should have been, and how it was too late to change. Choices cannot be taken back once they've been made. Denise went into the bathroom, spreading her makeup all over the sink. She fixed herself up perfectly for her partner. She always took pride in how well she could place crimson lipstick on her soft lips. Denise was a beautiful woman indeed, but she never saw herself that way. Her ex-husband didn't care that she was a vision of beauty. His only goal was the conquest of other women's hearts. Denise's partner eventually took care of that problem. The music shifted to soft jazz. Denise slow danced out of the bathroom and over near the bed, where she took her partner and swung him around to the beat. Denise held him tight as the night progressed, all the while tears rolling down her eyes. Her mascara mixed with the water trailing down her dimples. The dance came to a stop the moment the music ended in a sound of silence. Denise looked at her partner, ready to do what she had been wanting to do for so long. She got on her knees, grabbing him firmly. She always admired how big he was, often feeling him up to remember how much strength he gave her. Slowly, she placed the shaft in her mouth as far as possible. Utter bliss went through her body. She was finally doing what she had been wanting to do this whole time. She closed her eyes as her partner finally said something through that long, cold night. Bang! The shot was heard by several rooms. The police found Denise's body on the floor. She committed suicide rather than being arrested for shooting her ex-husband. Next to her beautiful corpse laid her partner, a .357 Magnum. Thank you for listening to The Unopenable Wooden Box, written by David Maloney, and The Sound of Silence, written by Leo Perez. Creepypastas are internet folklore. It is up to you to decide fact or fiction. I do these for entertainment purposes only. Watch at your own discretion. Thanks for all the likes and shares, and if you could please keep spamming the like and share buttons, I will forever be grateful. You guys are the best. Be sure to drop your stories you would like narrated as well in the comments. This upload is for July 8th, 2022. I stream every day on Twitch and YouTube, 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Eastern at the latest. Links are in the description. Also be sure to check out my Spotify and Anchor to take me on the go. Links for that will be in the description as well. I upload frequently, so if you enjoyed the short story or creepypasta world, be sure to subscribe and turn the bell on. I will be looking for all kinds of creepy stories to tell. I appreciate all the love and support so far. Like I said, if you want to support behind the scenes, both links for my streams will be down below. But hey, this is CreepySauce. and I'm on to the next pasta.